Hey friends, it's Erin with What a Witch Knows. So I wanted to come on here today and take some time to explain a little bit more about what the process of a tarot reading with me looks like. So clients come to me and sometimes they'll have a question for the cards, but I'd say like 90% of the time they're just curious. They just want to see what the cards have to say for them. Well, so the cards aren't actually saying anything during a reading with me. What's happening is that I'm an intuitive channel. So I'm using my intuition to channel that person's higher self, which is the part of themselves that's connected to spirit or the divine. And the cards are really just a language or a tool that I'm using to help me get that message across. So I believe that we're all connected by a universal energy field that's conscious and divine. And I call it spirit. People have a lot of different names for it, but I believe that we're connected to spirit through our higher selves. You can also think of it as your future self. Now, your higher self is talking to you all the time via your intuition. You can think of it sort of like the voice of your God consciousness, but this voice can be really difficult to hear because it's quiet and it gets drowned out by other voices in our head like anxiety, fear, and ego. And those arise from the social matrix, the false programming from society, not our God consciousness, not our intuition. It's also difficult to hear your intuition because you have to be in a place of presence, and that's really hard because of all the distractions society is constantly forcing on you. You have to sort of unplug from the head all those thoughts about fear, anxiety, and ego and into the heart, which is where intuition arises from. It's kind of like switching operating systems from a Mac to a PC. I tune into my intuition and I listen to the messages it gives me. And when I pass that message on to my client, then that's channeling. I'm channeling that client's higher self. So if a client doesn't think of their connection to the divine in terms of their higher self, that's totally cool. If they think of it in terms of their angels, their spirit guides, their ancestors, whatever that conception of the divine is for them, that's what I'm going to be channeling. Now, intuition can speak to you in a lot of different ways. Sometimes you just know something, that's claircognizant. Sometimes you hear a message, that's clairaudience. Sometimes you see a vision, that's clairvoyance. Sometimes you feel something in your body, that's clairsentience. Everybody has access to all of these abilities, but usually there's a few that are more prominent than others for people. So I tend to be more claircognizant, I know stuff, and clairsentient, I feel stuff. Now, everybody has the ability to channel their higher selves by tuning into their intuition. When I sit with a client, I'm channeling their higher selves for them, but their higher self is often coming through with guidance about how they can do it on their own without me as a conduit. Our higher selves are talking to us all the time. They want to connect with us and they want to help us and guide us. It's the voice of spirit, which essentially is the truest essence of love. So if you're interested in learning more about how to tune into your own intuition, you can check the description box below for some teaching videos I've done about that. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my website, whatawitchknows.com.